Welcome to the Stoic Convert, a channel where we share the timeless Stoic wisdom. Have you ever felt drained by constant social interactions? Do you sometimes wonder if you truly need to be around people as much as society insists? The world bombards us with the idea that being social is a necessity, that solitude is loneliness, and that a person without a crowd is a person who is incomplete. But what if the opposite were true? What if spending time alone was not a sign of emptiness, but a path to strength? Today we will explore the Stoic perspective on solitude, and why embracing it might be the key to a more fulfilled and peaceful life. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy of resilience and self-discipline, teaches us that true happiness does not come from external sources, especially not from the validation or presence of others. Instead, it comes from within, from mastering our own thoughts and emotions. In this video, we will discuss 5 compelling reasons why you do not need to be around people to live a meaningful and content life. But before we begin, make it a point to always like, share, and subscribe to the Stoic Convert so that you are always updated about this timeless Stoic wisdom that we share. By the end, you may start to see solitude not as a burden, but as a privilege and an opportunity. Let us dive right in. 1. You gain mastery over your mind. One of the greatest advantages of solitude is that it gives you full control over your own mind. In a world filled with endless chatter and distractions, most people never take the time to sit with their own thoughts. They are constantly reacting to the emotions, judgments, and opinions of others. But Stoicism teaches us that a wise person learns to master their own thoughts, rather than being mastered by external influences. When you are alone, you are free to reflect, analyze, and develop your own independent thinking without interference. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote extensively in his personal journal about the importance of self-reflection. He saw solitude not as isolation, but as a means of sharpening the mind. When you step away from the crowd, you gain the ability to examine your own beliefs, clarify your goals, and cultivate a sense of inner peace that no external approval can provide. In essence, solitude is not just about being alone, it's about becoming mentally self-sufficient. 2. You become emotionally stronger. The more time you spend away from the constant presence of others, the less reliant you become on their opinions, moods, and actions. Most people unknowingly let their emotions be dictated by external circumstances. One negative comment can ruin their entire day, and one compliment can lift them up momentarily. But Stoicism teaches us that emotional stability should not be based on external events or people. Instead, it should be built upon a foundation of inner strength. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, believed that true happiness comes from self-sufficiency. He warned against depending on others for emotional stability because doing so puts your peace of mind at the mercy of their unpredictable nature. When you learn to be alone, you also learn to manage your emotions without external validation. You realize that you are responsible for your own peace, and that no one else has the power to control how you feel unless you let them. 3. You free yourself from social expectations. Society often places invisible chains on people, telling them how to behave, what to value, and who to be. The more time you spend around others, the more pressure you feel to conform to these expectations. Whether it's family, friends, or colleagues, everyone has their own opinions on what you should be doing with your life. But solitude liberates you from this influence. Stoicism teaches that external opinions are not worth sacrificing your inner peace for. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, believed that true freedom comes from caring only about what is within your control, your own thoughts, actions, and values. When you embrace solitude, you give yourself the space to develop your own path, free from the noise of society's demands. You stop living for the approval of others and start living according to your own principles. 4. You develop true self-sufficiency. Being alone teaches you one of the most valuable lessons in life: how to rely on yourself. Many people believe that they need others to be happy, to be entertained, or even to be productive. But Stoicism reminds us that everything we truly need is already within us. The philosopher Diogenes, who was deeply influenced by Stoic ideals, lived in radical self-sufficiency. He rejected society's need for constant companionship and instead lived a life of complete independence. While not everyone needs to go to such extremes, there is great wisdom in learning to be content with your own company. The less you rely on others for your well-being, the more resilient and adaptable you become. You stop fearing solitude because you recognize it as an opportunity for growth and self-reliance. 5. You learn to value meaningful connections over superficial ones. Ironically, the more comfortable you become with solitude, the better you become at forming genuine relationships. Why? Because when you are no longer desperate for social interaction, you stop settling for shallow connections. Many people surround themselves with others not out of genuine interest but out of fear of being alone. This leads to friendships and relationships that are often unfulfilling and superficial. Stoicism encourages us to focus on quality over quantity when it comes to human connections. A true Stoic does not seek out relationships for validation, but rather for mutual growth and understanding. When you embrace solitude, you develop a deeper appreciation for the rare and meaningful relationships in your life. Instead of clinging to people out of fear, you connect with them out of genuine respect and shared values. The idea that we constantly need to be around others is a societal illusion. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and strength come from within, not from external validation or endless social interactions. By embracing solitude, you gain mastery over your own mind, build emotional resilience, free yourself from social expectations, develop self-sufficiency, and learn to value deeper connections over shallow ones. So, the next time you find yourself fearing solitude, remember this: being alone is not a weakness, it is a powerful opportunity. An opportunity to grow, to reflect, and to cultivate a life of true independence and inner peace. This is the Stoic Convert. If this message resonated with you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and embrace the power of solitude. Thank you for watching.